Once upon a time, there was a Lycoris Recoil fan. After obsessing over the show and unfortunately subjecting his viewers to endless Lycoris videos by never shutting up about it, he vowed to buy at least something from every batch of collab merch they had in the future. Today, he has come to realize he has made a terrible mistake. Anime collabs. I'm sure you've seen them somewhere. Whether you've seen a YouTuber do a collab cafe video, been to Akiba and bought secondhand merch yourself, or seen Levi cleaning your floor while screaming at you, I guarantee you've seen it. Even the unholy ones. Popular shonen tend to get a lot of them because popular show equals more collab opportunity. Marketing 101, welcome to my online course that will cost you only annually $2,000. On the other hand, it's rare for a one-course seasonal show to get much, if any, depending on its popularity. That's why I made my brilliantly planned vow at the altar. Is this why divorce is a legal option? As the so-known Lycoris Recoil addict, I searched vast and wide to compile every single collab man has known this series to have. Not only to complain about how I missed some due to my studies, but also to tell you how broke I am from this goddamn series. As a rule of thumb, I'm gonna be going over literally every single collab thing I could find, except for the really insignificant ones. Like the ones that released a keychain in their default outfit level of insignificant. Pretty much anything that has a sliver of significance I'll shill, like new art, interesting events, gay merch, strange merch I'll talk about. If any of you happen to be bigger Lycoris fans than me and notice that I missed something, then please do tell me in the comments. I'll also try to go in the order of timeline, but since strange situations like things being announced earlier but released later and all that have happened, it's probably not 100% accurate. We go back to the ancient times of October 2022, where Lycoris had their first pop-up shop in a department store chain called Marui, or as I like to call it, Oi Oi! Since it was the beginning and the anime had literally just finished airing, new art with the girls in their LycoReco cafe outfits. All the merch was very standard pop-up store stuff too. Your average keychains, acrylic stands, can badges, shooting your naked girlfriend in the face. I did go myself and got this cookie and coffee set for a very unreasonable price because it looked cute, and I mean, I didn't have expectations, but it was pretty bad. Overall, quite nice of a collab, but again, nothing crazy. Quite standard. Well, except for the fact that I bought so much, I got baited into accidentally making a Japanese credit card, but that's a different story for a different day. The next collab is already an insane one. Remember that boat in episode 5 when they were bringing ChatGPT wheelchair man around? I too remember Takina trying to publicly grope Chisato's boobs. Yeah, you could, go on a boat tour. Like cruising! I feel rich. I'm not rich. Basically in Ryogoku, you could cruise around Sumida River on the exact boat ChisaTaki took in the episode. They even had special announcements on the boat done by Chisato and Takina, and play the LycoReco BGM. God, Japan is so good at baiting weebs to touch grass. And then we have Itai Indo, like putting your name next to Chisato or Takina and using it as your signature. God, Japan is so good at making weebs do bureaucratic paperwork. After a day's worth of hard paperwork, we return to a weeb's dream come true. Animate gacha. Don't worry, no matter what you pull, you'll always get 2 gay girls on a date. Psych gun! It's okay, you were shot in the stomach, not the hands. So you can still play TCG in Build Divine Bright. Remember, like a relationship, you build it up, divide your wealth, and boom, bright future. Look at these two brides screaming at each other over a card game. I will take what I can get. 38 seconds of ChisaTaki voices is 38 seconds more than 0. There is original art of the girls playing cards, though a bunch of the cards' art seem to be just cut from the anime. Honestly, I don't know that much about this card game, but I do know it has a bunch of anime collabs like Bunny Girl Senpai, Ass Simulation, and me? I'm on the card? TCG is not the only media dominated by our Lycoris overlords though. We also have Tsutaya, a known bookstore that sells books and manga and DVD and CDs and games and magazines and stationery. Okay, but to my knowledge, Tsutaya is actually also quite known for its Blu-ray rentals. Much cheaper than buying Blu-rays like an idiot. Hi, I'm Idiot. The new art looks super cute, especially bashful Takina, though the merch was also pretty standard, acrylic stands and whatnot. But if you huff enough copium, you'll see that ChisaTaki are in their winter date outfits, which means they're obviously making the hearts towards each other. See, my merch proves it. And speaking of love, we have the Holiday of Love. Christmas! And what better way to celebrate the occasion than be with your best girl? What? I mean, no, Chisato's not spending Christmas with me or you. She's spending it with Takina. You can't break Yuri Article 5.5. You're legally obligated to buy both. I can't get enough of twin-tail Chisato posing like that. The idea is pretty simple. Christmas in Japan is a holiday spent with your lover rather than your family. So if your lover is your waifu, then, I guess traffic your girl from Anime University Co-op. It's actually a semi-frequent thing done by anime franchises. You'll find official Christmas cakes of waifus everywhere. What can I say? They got cake! But oh no, the cake doesn't end there. Why be on the dessert when you can be in the dessert? In the same branch of Collab, we have another Oi Oi and Anime University co-op collab with a fucking adorable ChisaTaki on some sweets. Since the theme is, well, sweets, we have a bunch of sweets. Fitting for a sweets cafe like Lycoris. I can't guarantee the taste since I didn't buy it, but the design is cute enough to be worth the price, surely. See, you even get Ani sugar, aka anime sugar, aka you'll never get fat no matter how much you eat. Now we have a big one. A bunch of you might have seen the news already, but there was a Lycoris Recoil stage play. They pretty much did what you expect, did a bunch of the legendary scenes from the anime with live acting. I didn't go watch it myself, but just from this short trailer, the reception seemed overwhelmingly positive. I can tell they even tried to pick actors with similar voices as the original voice actors, and even tried to use the same sort of intonation from the anime that made it so charming. This was one of the anime's greatest strengths, so seeing so much effort being put into this side of things really makes me happy. I'm not really a stage play person, but even I can tell this was made for LycoReco fans, so check it out if you have the time. And I will when I have time. Curse you, Uni. Seeing how prestigious this stage play was, we must continue this trend with the high-effort, high-class collabs. Like jewelry. What jewelry? Well, question. What can you stare at 100 times a day? That's right, your waifu. And a watch. So why not combine them? Why look at the time when you know it's always waifu time? Animate. Thank you for blessing us with smug bad girl please beat me the fuck of mommy Chisato and the purest life form to roam this universe. You almost bait me into thinking Chisato was the top. Damn, these girls really don't stop making hearts at each other, do they? Historians would call them best friends. If you're lucky enough to live in Japan, then you'll know the legendary trio. Lawson, Family Mart, 7-Eleven. One of the three is always near you. In the mountains, Lawson. In the rice fields, Family Mart. In the city, 7-Eleven. Right next to a Family Mart, right next to a Lawson. And if you've walked into one of them, you've probably seen some anime merch. So yes, I'm happy to announce that Lawson has officially adopted Lycoris Recoil and is officially the best school mini. You even get Chisato in the absolute cutest heart pose and Takina doing the gap moe. Lawson truly teaches good laws. Have you ever wondered what non-lethal bullets look like? Well, they actually look like... Wait, fuck, no, you can't do this, they're gay! Lycoris Recoil has three big themes. Yuri, guns, and cafe. Since the first two have been covered enough, let's go to the third one. Cafe! And the collab is... cafe! If you're a weeb, you've definitely seen a collab cafe before. For better or worse, literally every anime in existence gets one. Yet, LycoReco feels so special because the cafe is literally the main setting in the anime. So when you look at the menu and see the exact food you see in the anime, I don't know, you just have a weeb moment and flip out. It's so cool! It's like LycoReco for real. They have a sakana chinanago food. And what are you trying to imply with this position? And speaking of cafe, we're not done with the edibles. Presenting to you an unmarried woman's best friend. Alcohol. Yeah, they're selling the alcohol that Mizuki was chugging in the episodes. Mizuki's alcohol. So good. Is this how they get weebs to drink alcohol? No, they're already depressed and drinking. And now we return to another department store chain, Atore. And since it was winter, because March is winter, we have new winter outfits. And new winter outfits means more dates. They're even patisseries! Let them go! Now we have the legendary event. Tomorrow is another day. You know why tomorrow's another day? Because anime continuation was announced right here on this day! Whoa! Yes, a lot of you may remember this day, February 11, as the day an anime continuation for our beloved Lycoris Recoil was announced. But what you may not know are the other things that happened at this event. Essentially, many of the characters say you were there at the event, even in these beautiful yukatas. This was a special event, almost like a celebration for the anime, from live voice acting to trolling to a live OST performance to even a live performance of the OP by Claris. It really just is an event filled with love to the anime. I wasn't there myself unfortunately, but I heard there were even sections where they essentially voiced events not in the anime, conversations that essentially happened in between or after the events of the final episode. So there's your episode 13.5. God, I'm so starved for LycoReco content. I really hope this anime continues to get this much love. I love them so much. As a kid, treasure hunts were always fun as hell. You'd spend a bunch of time going around an area searching for treasure and be rewarded for your effort with goods like chocolate or money. As an adult, treasure hunts are always fun as hell. You get to walk around a damn city area marking down spots and are rewarded by giving your money to corporations in exchange for endless goods you keep buying and piling up at home. Since Lycoris Recoil is so important, the officials at Sumida basically created this event where you follow this map to find cardboard cutouts of the characters. Weebs are so stupid, I can't believe I feel genuine joy seeing a ChisaTaki cardboard cutout. Okay, cardboard cutout aside, a lot of these locations, for example the museum or tower, are locations used in the actual anime. So it is super cool to go see them in real life. It's basically the pilgrimaging I talked about in the Seiyu video, but the tourism officials are literally acknowledging it as a tourist thing to attract people to go to these locations. Seeing Lycoris Recoil become important enough in such a short amount of time to officially be part of this area's tourism makes me so happy. I'm so proud of them. Next is roll ice cream? Roll? So the true form of this ice cream is... Oh shit, we're going full American now! They're making a model of Chisato's gun. That is such a fucking cool merch idea. It's even a collab with an actual airsoft gun shooting range. It's so cool! I don't know shit about guns, and for all I know, gas blowback model sounds like a high quality fart model, but I love it when anime take off their limiters and find the fucking coolest collabs. Look, it's balls! This isn't what I had in mind when I said I wanted someone to squeeze my balls. You know, you'd think LycoReco, a cafe, would collab with some coffee brand, but no. Tea. I mean, it's a really small collab, but tea. How Chinese? Buy 3, get 1 free! We've introduced watch collab. Now introducing good watch collab. Honestly, I'm a fucking watch amateur who knows as much about watches as an American knows about world geography, but this watch looks, I don't know, legit? How they incorporate the Lycoris design is subtle yet elegant. It looks like something my dad would wear with zero qualms. It does help that Seiko, the brand they're collabing with, is a legitimate luxury watch brand with a long history behind it. LycoReco with Takina management got that bank down. But yes, if you're a rich weeb working an office job, do wear this to work and tell your colleagues how beautiful this watch is. No bias. Tree Village. A place where you will find neither trees nor villages. Instead, you'll find cute girls clothes shopping in casual wear. Just like one of your favorite Japanese anime. Or did they turn the trees and villages into clothes? Speaking of forest fires, wait what? Remember that one time ChisaTaki smoked spider lily flowers and they got removed because the staff were afraid idiotic fans such as I would start smoking the kind of, perhaps, maybe a bit toxic spider lily? Well, apparently ChisaTaki are delinquents because hereby presenting a collab with American lighter company Zippo. I'm not saying you should smoke, but if you already do, you know, if they're going back to animate, one of, if not the largest anime merch chains for a collab, and are both splashing each other with paint and drawing hearts whilst being the only 2 characters within said collab, do you think these 2 are even trying to hide their relationship? God, this is so cute. As expected of a clothes brand unlike Animate, Aveo gives us some fresh and wacky designs instead of just copy-pasting the same art on a t-shirt. We have Dead Squirrel, Marriage Speech, If You Look Hard Enough They're Lying in the Same Bed, Squares, I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I met you too, Lycoris Recoil. So we have a game collab. I don't know what the hell Shironeko project is. It sounds like some abstract name came up by cover for some mysterious Hololive project, but damn, ChisaTaki with swords? Can you imagine how OP Chisato would be with a sword with her reflexes? But yeah, it looks like a generic gacha game. I will say, I am impressed with the presence of basically a full event story that's fully voiced. You know the voice acting is one of my favorite parts of LycoReco. I love it. If you play this game, do tell me how it is/was. I am curious. Okay, honestly, this collab with Omnibus looks all like really generic merch and I wasn't even gonna add it to the video, but I just wanted to point out that this suitcase belt, buckle belt, is 7,600 yen. Why? All you did was print Chisato's name on— Ooh, Lycoris teacup. Alright, the next one's a good one. Turtles!
I like turtles.
No, the blue one. Remember the restaurant ChisaTaki had a drink at in the final episode while gazing at the sunset? Yeah, that exists. Yes, we got a collab with drinks, food, and merch. You too can gaze at the beautiful sunset of Okinawa with your Chisato while chilling and having a nice drink of your waifu. And by your Chisato, I mean I hope you find an extrovert to adopt you, because let's be honest, we're weebs, we don't have that much energy. A lot of anime gets super cool merch through this shop called Ichiban Kuji. It's essentially merch gacha. You pay a fixed fee and draw a lot to determine what you get. The catch is, there is a limited amount of each prize and you're informed of what is left in the lot before drawing. So technically, you could wait and time it to increase your chances if you have nothing better to do in your life. Pretty much every semi-popular anime gets one or more, and Lycoris Recoil is no exception. I totally am not including this section to flex the top Takina prize I pulled first try. Twin set, I mean twin, sir. I just like this can badge with Chisato sticking her tongue out. That is all. If you liked cute girls doing cute things, then surely you will like cute girls doing cute things with cute creatures. In this cute as fuck collab, we have cute ChisaTaki and cute Sanrio characters to give you cuteness overload. I never imagined Pink or My Melody on Takina, but it's so cute. Also, Kudomi's smugness fits Chisato's perfectly. They're a match made in heaven. In an alternate universe where ChisaTaki are a gay couple fired from DA struggling to pay rent, they both work diligently at Pizza Hut as staff. Fortunately, they're cute, so people donate their life savings as tips. Seriously, this is like the third time. What's with the American collab? Have you ever dreamed of waking up to the voice of the woman of your dreams? A sweet good morning to give you all the energy you need in a day. Me neither! Because as much as I love her, Chisato's screaming is the last thing I want breaking my eardrums harder than microphone fisting as I wake up in the morning. If you want to, a collab with X-Verse Contents, god that's such an Elon Musk name, has had a LycoReco collab alarm app with exclusive voice lines to wake you up in the morning. Ear rape is not my thing, but being berated first thing in the morning... While we're on the topic of ear rape, I don't know since when they've been popping up, but I've been seeing a lot of anime collabs with earphones, and Lycoris Recoil has one with Onkyo Direct. Basically, your earphones have exclusive voice lines from Chisato and Takina when performing certain functions, such as turning on, adjusting volume, low battery, etc. The voices are like navigators. I can't vouch for the earphones quality since I've never bought one and it's pretty expensive, but I think just the idea is super cool. Tell me if you bought one, I'm curious how good they are. Oh, all 4 girls from Bocchi also have one, by the way. When they say you can buy anything in Don Quixote, they mean it. Shoes, kitchenware, electrical appliances, food, makeup, cosplay, brooms, explosives, diapers, sex toys, bicycles, anything. And of course anime merch. And of course Lycoris Recoil merch. The cuteness of ChisaTaki in pajamas and twin-tailed Takina is enough to burst about 5 different blood veins, but like, come on! They're holding plushies of each other. This is literally baiting. Overall, thank you Donkey. You've provided something even more important than humanity's emergency reserves bunker. Unison League. A gacha game I've never even heard of. But gacha game collabs are usually pretty big. We get new art and a new art style, we get animation, we get swimsuit! I don't care if this game is trash. Worth! Alright, this is probably the biggest one. While I don't know if it counts as a collab, I felt the need to include it here just because of how amazing this event was. Basically, Lycoris Recoil had, and will have at more branches, a large exhibition showcasing everything we love about the anime. Yes, for once, it's not just merch, it's an exhibition. We have life-sized models of everything, from the cafe entrance to LycoReco itself, to the food, to Kurumi's closet, to Nobata's room, to Sakana area, and even a place with so much art from so many artists in the end. I personally went there and holy fuck, as Lycoris fanboy number 1, you cannot fathom the excitement I had when walking in. 3-hour line worth. It's projects like these that really show not only how many people cared about this project from within the industry, but also the insane number of common folk fans like us. 3-hour wait was tough, but seeing the number of Lycoris fans and seeing my favorite anime succeed really fills my heart with such a genuine kind of warmth I can't describe in words. If you have the opportunity to go to any of the branches, please do. I assure you it's worth it. I cannot wait to see future, even bigger projects from Lycoris Recoil. Anyway, big camera, like the electronics shop. Lycoris Recoil, the anime. What do they have in common? They both show fire things! Though this new swimsuit art is next level cute, it does beg the question, would anyone even enjoy playing water gun wars with Chisato? Motherfucker's gonna evolve hydrophobic and water all over your face. What the hell is a 3D magnet? Have you figured out the secret to bringing anime girls to the 3rd dimension? No, it's just CGI. I swear Lawson has some contractual hold of Lycoris Recoiled. Again? And 2 sets of new art? And why does it look so good? I like how Takina went from fashion is a waste of time in the anime to holy shit, look at this Harajuku girl, she has more drip than Chisato. Also, do you think we're getting so much summer art because it's summer or because people like seeing skin? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You are getting married. Happy birthday to you. That's the sound of the beep boop getting destroyed by Chisato. That smile is like the end of episode 4. It's so precious. And the flowers. There is nothing special about this collab art. I just think it's funny because it's a drink brand collab. They're telling you to stay hydrated, weebs. Drip must be exponentially growing over time for these girls. How do they keep pulling off every single style while wearing each other's color? No implication here. With music shop chain Tower Records, ChisaTaki showcased that normies are not the only people who can pull off headphone drip. Are they normies because they don't watch anime, or are they weebs because they are anime? You know, considering the anime is about, well, a cafe, I would have expected maid costumes faster. I wonder who brought upon this camera? Oh god, they're serving the electronics, not the 60 FPS toaster! So the only thing I know about Mela is it looks like a pretty cool fashion brand from the Google search I did 2 seconds ago. And I don't think they've even revealed any info at the time of me writing this script, but if this slogan, 2 girls on 1 road, is not the gayest thing I've ever heard. Bro, I hear the Skittles. They ring in my head. They're calling your name, ChisaTaki. Do you think gay people eat Skittles at weddings to celebrate Pride? Man, Lycoris just never misses with the drip. A roomwear brand now? These look like the comfiest pajamas I've ever seen, and it has a super cute feel to it. I can just imagine ChisaTaki chilling in these in Chisato's house while watching movies at night or something. Now I just have to find 2 girls to wear them for me. Wait, I have 2 sisters! Alright, insane one coming up. So, I'm a huge fan of the original Madoka Magica, 10 out of 10 show, though I've never seen the spin-offs. So when I saw the Madoka game getting a Lycoris collab, holy Yuri! It's like we've brought the progenitor of Yuri and the now standing god of Yuri together in one room. Magical girl Chisato and Takina look so fucking good. The twirling shots of Chisato, Takina's machine gun, the way the outfits feel like a blend of their original casual wear and the magical girl outfit, it's so perfect. The art alone is enough to grant a man's soul salvation without the 5 stages of joy ninjutsu. Just like the other gacha game, I don't know how good the game actually is, I've never played it, so tell me if it's good if you have. But just the art and existence of the collab is enough to make me so happy I can use dopamine as gasoline to fly. Side note, I was supposed to end the script here, but I got busy with school for a while and motherfucker, a few more collabs happened in the 1 week I was gone, so here we go. We've seen Chisato in traditional Japanese wear, but this collab with Lakuspa has blessed us with an image of Takina tying her hair up in a yukata. Now see, an image of a waifu having her hair tied up and amidst tying her hair up is completely different. You see, it's about the state of hair. and that's why ponytails are based. Happy birthday, Chisato! Oh my god, it's also a wedding dress. They're both the same color scheme as the Comiket merch thing. You literally cannot convince me otherwise. They're trolling at this point. And that smile, that's the smile Takina was able to protect in the final episode. I'm so... Another card game that I know literally nothing about. Fun fact. I wouldn't even have known about this collab if I hadn't seen the advertisement on Japanese TV. I don't even know when it happened, but hey, it's a card game. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's give applause to the most creative name I've ever heard of for a store before. Hobby Stock! Because I totally understand what hobby you're talking about. Pastry making? BL? Dragon Ball G? Spot. I swear, they've had so many similar outfits in this style with this color scheme. Maybe because they ended the anime in Hawaii, but I can't complain, they rock the summer vibe. October is summer, alright, global warming says so. And that's the end of all the collabs. For now. I swear, by the time I edit this, 5 more will probably have been announced. Anime collabs are always so fun to see as a fan because anime fans are so stupid they'll literally buy anything with their waifu's face on it. I say that as I help the corporation market literally every single one of their products. If you guys enjoyed this video, I might just make a part 2 like a year later when they have like 100 more collabs. I love LycoReco and I really hope this franchise just keeps growing and we get more content, especially when the new anime comes out. Trust me when I say this. I will never shut the fuck up about Lycoris Recoil. Never. After all, if people can prefer watching others game over gaming themselves, why can't I rather watch gay people than be gay myself?